Once upon a time, you could believe what you saw with your own eyes. News reports showed real events, people said real things, and videos were actual videos, recordings, not digital sorcery. But now, a video of the Pope breakdancing could hit the internet and trend before someone goes, wait, is that even real? Welcome to the wild, weird, and slightly worrisome world of deepfakes, where digital trickery meets artificial intelligence and trust in journalism is standing on a very wobbly chair. In this video, we are going to explore why deepfakes are created, how they are weaponized, and how they are changing the entire landscape of news and truth. And yes, we'll sprinkle in some jokes because if we're going to talk about humanity's potential doom, we might as well laugh on the way down, right? What are deepfakes? Deepfakes are a type of synthetic media where artificial intelligence is used to manipulate video, audio, or images to make it look like someone did or said something they never actually did. Think of it like digital puppetry, type of synthetic media where artificial intelligence is used to manipulate video, audio, or images to make it look like someone did or said something they never actually did. Think of it like digital puppetry, but instead of strings, it's machine learning, and instead of puppets, it's you, or a world leader, or your dog. At first, deepfakes were created for harmless fun, like putting Nicolas Cage's face on every Disney princess, which frankly deserve an Oscar. But things quickly escalated. Like, now we have AI-generated video of politicians starting wars they never declared. Buckle up for a mini science lesson that won't put you to sleep. Deepfakes are often powered by something called Generative Adversarial Networks, or GNS. Imagine two AI systems having an eternal battle. One creates fake content, which is the generator, and the other critiques it, the discriminator. It's like an AI version of America's Next Top Model, but instead of judging runway walks, it's judging how convincingly your face was cloned onto a random stranger. Not all deepfakes are created equal. Some are still light-hearted, used in comedy, satire, or even education. But others are, let's say, less friendly. We've seen deepfakes used in revenge porn, political misinformation, celebrity hoaxes, and financial scams. Yep, there are now videos of CEOs approving billion-dollar transfers. Spoiler, those CEOs were never in the room. There were even a deepfake audio scam where a company executive received a call from his boss asking for a wire transfer. He sent the money. It turned out, surprise, the voice on the phone was a synthetic AI clone. Let's talk journalism. It's already tough enough being a journalist today. Tight deadlines, clickbait pressure, internet trolls. Who think research means scrolling Reddit for 5 minutes? But deepfakes, they take the challenge to a new level. Journalism thrives on truth and evidence. But what if the evidence is fake? Imagine a breaking news video of a politician confessing to a crime. It's dramatic, it's powerful, it's headline gold. To a crime, it's dramatic, it's powerful, it's headline gold, but it's also completely fabricated. By the time fact checkers step in, the damage is already done. Screenshots are circulating, opinions are formed, and conspiracy theorists are on their 5th YouTube live stream. It's like trying to fight a fire with a wet tissue. And worse, we now live in an era of the liars dividing. That's a fancy term for this phenomena. What real videos are dismissed as fake simply because people can say, oh, that's probably a deepfake. It's the digital version of fix or it didn't happen. But now even fix or videos don't count. So journalism are trapped between two extremes. Believing something that's fake, dismissing something that's real. It's a loss. And no, AI can't just fix this for us overnight yet. Let's walk through some actual cases. Remember the deepfake of Barack Obama where he called someone a total dip? That was actually created by a filmmaker, Jordan Peele, and BuzzFeed. To demonstrate how dangerous deepfake could be, it looked eerily real, and that was years ago. Today's tech is even better or worse, depending on your perspective. In India, a deepfake of a politician speaking in two languages went viral during election. It helped the party reach a broader audience. Legal, kinda ethical, debatable. Clever, absolutely. In Myanmar, deepfake images were used to spread disinformation during military crackdowns. In Ukraine, deepfakes appear to show President Zelensky surrendering. Totally fake, but enough to cause confusion. So, what's the solution? Burn the internet down and start over? Well, not quite, but close. Tech companies and researchers are developing deepfake detection tools. These tools analyze tiny inconsistencies like lighting errors, mismatched shadows, weird eye movements, or audio glitches. Think CSI, Cyber Edition. There's also talk of creating digital watermarks and using blockchain to authenticate original content. Some newsrooms are investing in verification teams who specialize in digital forensics.